Hello everyone and welcome to the Solano College Sports Network. My name is Holden Beers and alongside me is Mason Flores and Robert Murray. We have a great matchup on our hands tonight as the Rodriguez Mustangs have their homecoming game tonight against the undefeated Sacramento Dragons. It's an important game tonight as both teams are tied for first in the Monticello Empire League and they both look to stay undefeated, getting a win tonight. I'll go to you first, Robert. What can you tell me about this Sacramento team and how they can stop this undefeated Rodriguez team?
Well, like you said, Holden, this Rodriguez team, they're a pretty tough competition as they are tied for first in the league, 5-0. Both these teams are, well, 6-0 Rodriguez, 5-0 are the Sacramento Dragons. And I have three keys for them today if they want to win this football game. They're going to need to be good in the trenches. Rodriguez is really good in the trenches. They get that run game going. It opens up their pass game. So they're going to need to be able to stop the run and just play the pass well against this Rodriguez offense. Two, they're going to need number 10, Darius Moore. Darius Moore has been a really key player for them. He gets the offense going, and in his last two games, he's put up 28 carries for 318 yards and 4 total touchdowns, which has just been stellar. And then number 3 is going to be number 1, Robert Hamill. He's been putting up some good numbers in the past 2 games as well for 5 catches, 168 yards, and also 4 total touchdowns. So if they're going to want to win, they're going to need to be good in the trenches and have those 2 key players be good for them today. Yeah,
I feel like we say that every game. You know, it all comes down to the trenches, and Rodriguez wins the trenches every time, and that's why they've been so good this season, offensively and defensively. I'll go to you, Mason. I mean, Rodriguez has just been on a roll for this season. I mean, how can they keep it going?
Man, keep throwing that bad man, Jermaine Missouri, the ball. He's got 15 receiving touchdowns on the year. He just dominates every single game, no matter how close the game is, no matter how dominant they are playing. He's doing it on both ends of the field, on both sides. All 3 phases, he's actually returning punts as well. And Dylan Burks, man. 1,000 yards on the season passing. He's a beast. He's been throwing that thing. Hasn't made too many mistakes. He threw his first interception last game against a tough Vaca High team. And they're 6-0. And let's talk about the other Missouri brother, Jamar Missouri. 4 sacks on the year. He had 3 against Vanden 2 weeks ago. He's a dog. All these guys, they just beat some dogs, and they're going to continue to play well.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's an important thing to point out. The Rodriguez defense really hasn't gotten as much shine as the offense has, but honestly, I think the defense has been better than the offense, and they do a great job of setting up their offense beautifully for field position and for the rest of the game, etc. So now we will just are a few minutes away from kickoff, but first we'll take a word from our sponsor, James Thomas Media, your one-stop shop for all your video production needs. And we are back as the national anthem just concluded. We're moments away here from kickoff. I believe Rodriguez is returning to start the game. So Sacramento will get the ball at halftime, as this could be a close one, guys. Both teams undefeated, tied for first in the Monticello Empire League. Sacramento's first year in the league, and they're already putting on a show for the rest of the league to see.
And we thought last week was going to be the decider of the league. Maybe this week is the true decider of the league.
We got 2 undefeated teams. You know, we got the homecoming vibes. I hope this is going to be a good game. It does seem like it could be, though.
Yeah, in Sacramento, this is the first game of a tough stretch as they face Rod today, and then Next week and the week after that, they play Vanden and Vacaville High School. So top 3 teams in the league, they have to play 3 straight weeks.
So this would be a big game for both teams. It'd be practically settling the conference if Rod wins. And if Sac wins, you know, it's up for grabs.
And back to return for Rodriguez is, as you can see, number 1, Jermaine Missouri, who's been a star for this Rodriguez team. Has 776 receiving yards on the season, which is 8th in all of California. Got some teams looking into him, or colleges, excuse me, including Boise State, Sac State, who has talked about going into the Pac-12, and they're building that new 26,000 seated stadium. So that would be interesting to see.
26,000?
Yeah.
Oh my.
They're making a push to get to the Pac-12.
I hope they make it. I'd love to see Sacktown get more recognition in the sports world. We only got 1 professional sports team, soon to be 2.
And it's squibbed on a little high squib over the middle.
Oh my goodness.
And it's recovered by number 19, Kartik Joshi, the sophomore. Good job by him to secure it. And now it'll be 1st and 10 for Rodriguez to start this ball game on their homecoming night.
A little bit of Rodriguez's own game on the opening kickoff there. Usually we see Rodriguez with that style of kick.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the move for this conference. Maybe everybody should go to the squib kick.
So now 1st and 10 for Rodriguez on the 40-yard line. Good field position. Start this game. Burke in the shotgun. I believe that's Trey Saez, who had a huge game last week in the backfield with him. He gets the ball, and he's stuffed. Met at the line of scrimmage by number 1, Robert Hamill, who plays safety and receiver for the Sacramento team captain as well.
I was talking about him earlier in the intro. He's going to be a key for the success today on this Sacramento team.
You never really see Rodriguez's O-line look shaky, but on that play, they looked a little fragile.
Handoff up the middle to Highbond. He's met immediately in the backfield. That's number 58, Tehran Sago, the freshman, 6'2", 270.
I mean, this Sacramento team, they're just coming out the gate. I said trenches are going to be another key point, and they're winning that trench battle right now. Usually this Rodriguez O-line, they get good push up front, but right now this Sacramento D-line's just getting that constant pressure.
Yeah, they're not holding up. He got blasted as soon as he got the ball handed off to him.
And as you talked about, Robert, the trenches is going to be a huge key in today's game. So far, Rodriguez 2 runs, losing a yard. Now 3rd and 11 for Dylan Burke and his offense. We'll see what he can do with high ball in the backfield. Jermaine Missouri's lone receiver out to the left. Brings Samuel Hall in motion, goes back. Burke looks a little confused.
Watch the throw to Missouri.
Burke drops back to pass, rolls out to his left. Just gonna have to run it himself. He's got some room, and he's just short of the marker. Gonna be about 3 yards short, it looks like. But they definitely could go for it as they're near midfield.
I don't think I would go for it. That would be very risky this early in the game. You don't want to be too behind. It could be great field position for Sacramento. I think you punt this ball, no matter how close you are.
So they do mark it about a 7-yard gain, and it looks like they will punt with Trey Saez. The man can do everything.
I was just about to say that man does everything for this team.
Taysom Hill of this team, man.
And he's only a sophomore, which is crazy to think about. He can throw it, run the ball, catch it. He's got 4 receiving touchdowns on the year. And he will punt the ball away, and that's a pretty solid punt. Back to return is Hamill, and he just lets it go. Ball bounces inside the 5, and it's stopped at the 1 by Samuel Hall. That is some great special teams play there from Hall.
What a punt. What a punt. A great punt gets me fired up every time. Oh, my goodness, Trey. That was an amazing punt. At the 1?
And let's give Hall credit there, giving his absolute all on that play, hustling down there just to stop it at the 1-yard line.
This is why you punt. This is why you did not go for it in this 4th and 4. This is why.
So the punt decision does pay off for Rodriguez, as now Sacramento will start on the 1 yard line. And that's a huge thing, I feel like, for Rodriguez too, is whenever they play teams, the team they're playing never has good field position, it seems like.
It always feels like Rodriguez is taking advantage of that field position too.
So now LeBron James Radcliffe back at quarterback for Sacramento. He hands it off to number 10. That's the man of the hour, Darius Moore. He has 318 rushing yards in the last 2 games. That's over 150 yards rushing on average.
I mean, Darius Moore, he's just a dog in the backfield there. As you can see, he hit the hole quite nicely for a great gain on first down there.
So now an 7 to 8 yard gain puts him up to 2nd and 3, gives him a little more breathing room.
It looked like it was a zone play by Rodriguez there. I feel like they might not blitz as much as they usually do. They're a heavy blitz team. They're more of 4 up front, but they do hit the heavy blitz.
Sacramento does hit big plays in the pass game. We'll see if they can do it today. And Radcliffe drops back to pass and just throws to Hamill, who was not open. Good coverage there by number 21, Andre Williams, on the outside. Maybe was looking for a back shoulder and just missed him.
He threw a laser. He threw a fastball right there.
So now 3rd and 3 for Sacramento. Tough play call here inside their own 10-yard line.
Only need 3 yards.
Can't have a key turnover here too. That would just flip the momentum tremendously right now if that were to happen.
Radcliffe with 2 receivers on each side of him. He hands the ball off and he drops it on, and they turn the ball over. It's recovered by Rodriguez. They'll have 1st and goal inside the 10. That's recovered by number 2, Marcai Saez, the senior captain for the Mustangs.
I was just talking about it. You can't have a key turnover there. You're giving Rodriguez great field position, and they usually capitalize in these situations. Now, if you're Sacramento, this defense, you're going to have to lock in here. Hold them to hopefully a field goal only.
You cannot make mistakes against this feisty Rodriguez team. You cannot make mistakes because they will make you pay almost 100% of the time.
So that fumble was on the handoff from LeBron James Radcliffe, the quarterback, to his brother, number 26, the backup running back, Cordell Radcliffe. Just a miscue there for Sacramento, and now it puts Rodriguez in 1st and goal. Burke's going to keep himself run to the left. He's met at the line of scrimmage by number 24, Jeremiah Richards, the middle linebacker senior.
I don't necessarily enjoy that play call because if you're going to run it, I don't really want to put my quarterback in danger by having a quarterback power inside the line. I think I would rather run it with Trey or throw a fade route to Missouri. Watch the fade route up top.
Burke hands it off up the middle to Saez, and he's going to walk in. That's a touchdown. But bulldozes over Robert Hamill on the goal line. And Rodriguez takes the lead 6-0 here early in the 1st quarter. I
was saying, Rodriguez, they capitalize in these moments. You turn the ball over, they tend to score in these moments.
That's automatic. That's a touchdown. See, telling you, when you run the ball with Trey.
And that is now Trey Saez's 2nd rushing touchdown on the year, 6 total now for the season.
And he's getting ready to kick the extra point, too.
Does everything.
And our graphic says he's only a tight end, but that does not give him credit. He does everything for this team.
We're going to bring a little baseball into this. He's a utility player. Right. Does everything.
And he will kick the extra point to make it a 7-point lead for Rodriguez here with 8 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. And it's blocked, but it still goes in right at the bottom right of the goalpost. So now 7-0, Rodriguez leads. And they will give the ball to Sacramento after their miscue on 3rd down.
Well, if you're Sacramento, you got to shake that last one off. You got to put together a good drive here, swing momentum back in your favor. Don't let that turnover get into your head. You're still well within this ball game. It's still early.
Yeah, and it's tough to start a possession on the 1 yard line and then face a 3rd and 3 on your own 7 against a defense like Rodriguez.
It's tough. That's why you punt that ball. If Rodriguez had went for it on that 4th and 4 on that first drive, this game could be 7-0 Sacramento. That's how crucial it is to play great on all 3 phases of the ball.
Back to return for Sacramento is, I believe that's Robert Hamill. He seems like he does everything for Sacramento as well, playing defense, offense, and returning on special teams. Alongside him is number 9, Damari Taylor, the junior.
I would not let him return this ball, Squibbing.
And it is squibbed by Trey Sias up the middle. It's recovered by number 8, Jamel Eddings. Good tackle there by Rodriguez, but now they have good field position compared to their last drive.
Battle of the squid kick. Squid kick's a popular thing I've seen this year.
Now, Robert, if you were a special teams coach, would you take the risk of having a squib kick and letting them have better field position? But the good side of that is it could be a fumble because of the squib kick, or would you rather just normally kick it?
Me personally, I would normally kick it for field position, but I think Rodriguez just trusts in their defense so much to get the stop. They aren't really worried about the field position.
Handoff up the middle in the pistol to Darius Moore, and he gets to the outside. Gets a couple good yards there on 1st and 10. And that's how they started the last drive. Had a 7-yard run with Moore, and then just had an incomplete pass and then a fumble.
They're really good in these trenches. I would keep going to this run game. You've shown me on 2 run games now, both gains of 7 yards.
And Moore running off the field with a slight limp. That would be part of the reason why they might have Radcliffe rotating in at running back, as Radcliffe only has, in the last 2 games, only had 2 carries for 25 yards though. So we'll see what he can do stepping up on 2nd and 3.
Rodriguez showing the blitz.
Handoff up the middle to Radcliffe. And Jamar Missouri just flatlined LaRon James Radcliffe in the backfield. They don't throw the flag.
I was going to say, Jamar's risking a penalty.
Yeah.
I think that should be a flag. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. He clearly did not have the ball. He just ran right through him.
So now, after a 1.5 yard gained, 3rd and short here for Sacramento. Ball is right on the 50-yard line midfield. In the backfield is Radcliffe. They take it with James Radcliffe, and I believe he's short by an inch possibly. They're giving him a good spot.
Gave him a first down on the play.
Gave him a first.
Yep, that is going to be a first down. Good effort there by LaRon James Radcliffe, the quarterback on the QB zone. So now 1st and 10 for Sacramento.
And you can't challenge in high school football. I don't know about this spot. I think he was a little short, but 1st and 10.
That was great contained there by Rodriguez, but Sacramento only needed a yard, and they got it. So now Radcliffe in the shotgun with Radcliffe at halfback. Drops back to pass, throws it deep downfield, and it's caught! Down the sideline, Robert Hamill. He's going to get in for a Sacramento touchdown.
I mean, Robert Hamill just absolutely torched his man right there, getting in for the touchdown.
Now, what a throw by LaRon James. Oh, my goodness. He threw that ball 40 yards in the air. That was a beauty, man.
This is a rarity for Rodriguez. Usually, like, we've seen a little bit of explosives, but an explosive like that for a touchdown, we haven't seen that much this year.
Yeah, and teams have struggled to pass against them. As we know, Vanden was a huge passing team going into that game. They had a top quarterback in the state, Kalani McLeod, and they couldn't get anything going in the pass game against the Rodriguez defense. And right there, Sacramento answers, looking to tie the game right here.
I mean, like you said, usually Rodriguez holds it down and they struggle. Opposing passers usually struggle against them.
Wow.
So
what a start to the game.
Good job by Radcliffe. What a throw.
Yeah, and a great job answering.
This is amazing. That's what we came to see. Explosive plays, trenches.
Extra point is up and good, right down the middle. So now we have a tie game, 7-7. And that drive only took up 2.5 minutes in the first quarter. Have 5 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Rodriguez getting the ball back. Gonna have to answer. Sacramento gets some momentum from that.
What I saw on that kick, it might come down to a late game situation with that kicker.
That
kick got up off the ground pretty high.
He kicked that ball. It could have been good from 50 yards.
I mean, so far, Robert, your go with predictions. You said can't turn the ball over right here, and they fumbled. So we'll see. As that is Jade Gonzalez kicking the field goals and kickoffs.
Jade with the big leg.
Or excuse me, that's Jose Lamelli, number 13.
Jose with the big leg. Correction.
Kicking it from the 40-yard line on the right hash. Back to return for Rodriguez is once again Jermaine Missouri and Keelan Highbaugh, who has also been a great player for Rodriguez this year, running the ball on the offensive end. And they will kick a high squib kick over the middle. It's nearly dropped by Samuel Hall, but he catches it. Has some room to run. Returns it to about the 45-yard line, which is where Rodriguez will start their drive, 1st and 10.
I mean, it feels like any name we say on Rodriguez has been a big player. Samuel Hall's another big player. He was looking to break that one loose right there.
I'm a sucker for great tackles and technique. That was a textbook tackle. Just wrap and get down.
Yeah, Samuel Hall on the year, 5 receptions, 100 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He's been great on the jet sweep game as well on the offensive end.
Well, and his key catches come on 3rd down. He's a big 3rd down player for them.
I won't be surprised if they run an option play.
They do bring Hall in motion, and they give it to Highbaugh up the middle, faking the jet sweep, and he doesn't get that many yards, couple yards on the play, maybe just 1.
This trenches battle is way better than what it has been this whole season against Rodriguez. Rodriguez has ran through everybody, but Sacramento has some fight.
And Rodriguez will go up the hurry-up offense. Highbaugh gets the outside, got a good block from Jermaine Missouri. He's going to get the 1st down going out of bounds and trip up a sideline coach from Sacramento. Tackled out of bounds by Robert Hamill.
I mean, I love the downfield blocking there by Missouri. Just absolutely getting the man out the way so Highbaugh can stay behind him and pick up a lot more yardage.
They just love playing for each other. You can tell based on the interviews, the way they act with each other on the field. You never see them get heated at each other. That's what you need to be a successful football team.
So far, Highbaugh in the year, 346 yards. Only 1 touchdown, but averages 5 yards a carry and has touched the ball on the run game more than anyone else on this team. He's been their go-to in the backfield. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs.
Watch the blitz.
They give it to Highbaugh, and he's met immediately. That is a big hit by a big boy, number 24, Jeremiah Richard.
I mean, Richard was sniffing that one out. He was creeping towards the line, timed it perfectly, ran right through the hole, tackle for loss.
Burke has to identify the blitz there before he snaps the ball. He has to tell his O-line, he has to give them their assignments. That was rough.
And Richard,
great play call.
Richard so far on the year, through the last 2 games, has the most tackles on this defense with 26 before going into today's game. Huge tackle for loss right there. Now 2nd and 13.
Watch the blitz.
Burke in the shotgun has receivers to his right and left. Throws it to the outside, and that's a beautiful throw to Jermaine Missouri. But it is dropped.
Yeah, he did drop it. Rare drop there from Missouri.
So now 3rd and 13.
The ref might be calling it a no. The ref was waving his hands like it was a catch, but no, it was incomplete.
I believe they just waved the hands for the clock stopping for the ball being incomplete. So now it is 3rd and 13 after the crucial drop from Jermaine Missouri. It would have made it 3rd and 2 if he catches that on the sideline.
Rare drop.
He's going to be mad at himself for that one. That's one he usually catches right there, too.
Burke did make the adjustment. He called out the blitzer before he snapped the ball. It's something you have to watch for because Sacramento will blitz you.
We'll see what Burke can do here on 3rd and 13. In the shotgun. Pitches it to the outside. And doesn't get much. That was number 25. Don't exactly know who that is. We don't have him on the roster sheet. Haven't seen him touch the ball yet this season.
Let's go. Shout out to him.
But after the only 1 yard gain, and now 4th and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Rodriguez is being a little conservative so far this game. I mean, they did have that turnover early in the game, but other than that, in the score, rushing touchdown by Saez, they're a little disappointing right now on offense. I cannot lie.
And this is a key situation. Last few games, they've allowed a lot of pressure on punts.
And Trey Saez does get the punt off, and it's returned by Hamill from the 8-yard line. He's got some room to run. Gets up to the 23-yard line, but there is a flag thrown. Could possibly be on Sacramento for blocking the back, which will put them back for another bad field position.
If it is, I'm not sure about that penalty. If it is on the player, I think it is. It looked like he just hit him from the side, but maybe the ref saw it differently. I think it was a clean block, but
I think they're calling.
Block.
They call holding.
Holding
on Sacramento, but it will be 1st and 10. They only lose 10 yards from the spot of the ball carriers going down. So now they'll start from the 14-yard line instead of the 24.
I don't like that call. If it was either illegal block in the back or nothing to me, because everybody was pancaked. What I saw.
Got some unhappy Sacramento fans over here.
That's what you love to see from football and sports in general, just excited fans.
So now Radcliffe in the shotgun. Moore is back at halfback. He gets the ball on the pistol, bobbles it, but gets it back. Gets a couple yards on the play. Slow to get up, though. Looks like he's dealing with an injury, and he just can't shake it off.
I mean, if you're Sacramento right now, you got to take advantage. This Rodriguez team used to playing ahead, so if you give them some adversity to overcome, you might not know how they act in this situation because we don't see it quite a lot.
He's getting 5 yards of rush, it seems like, but he's having troubles on the sideline taking off his helmet.
And his gloves now. So now after the 4-yard gain from him, 2nd and 6 for Radcliffe in this offense. Got 2 receivers to his right and left. He's got his brother Cordell Radcliffe in the backfield with him. And they hand it off to him up the middle, and he's met immediately.
Helmets are flying.
First contact was made by Palamu.
I don't know. We might get a flag on Jamar Missouri here. Took the helmet off of a Sacramento player.
That is a lot of hair from number 54. Whew. He's got that luscious locks. I like it, man. They got some big boys up front. Some of the bigger O-linemen that Rodriguez has had to face throughout this year.
So it will be personal foul on Rodriguez. That's a 15-yard penalty, an automatic 1st down. Sacramento catches a break. Would have been 3rd down, and they lost a couple yards on play. Would have been 3rd down and 8. Instead, they get 1st and 10 now. Just on the 33-yard line.
Miles King's not going to be happy about that one. We know how he likes to coach this team, makes them well-disciplined. He's not going to love that at all.
Well, we saw when they played Bethel, the game before the Vanden game, we talked about, they had so many penalties in that game. And then against Vanden, rarely did they have any penalties that entire game. Assuming Miles King really emphasized the importance of penalties during practice that week. And now they're starting to come back in this game.
Versus better competition, you can't have that happen. Bethel, they're not great by any means, but still penalties are annoying to coaches, and they're never going to love to see that happen. Mace, as a former player, coaches would always get on you about penalties.
Worst. Even as a player, your own teammates will get on you about that, especially if it's a false start or a personal foul like that. Those are the worst, man. Especially if you're an old lineman and you get a false start. You got everybody in the stands looking at you. You got everybody on the team looking at you. You got everybody on the bench. Even the cheerleaders are looking at you.
I don't mean to cut you off here, Mason, but Darius Moore's not looking good over here.
No, he's not.
Talking to some family members, looking like he's in a lot of pain right now.
And Sacramento just called timeout after the penalty. Could have possibly been going over the importance of that and the adversity they might have to face without him in the backfield.
Next man up mentality right here, right now.
Exactly.
I wouldn't be surprised with a quick pass. Surprise them. They're sending the blitz.
1st and 10. Radcliffe hands it up up the middle to Radcliffe. Gets some good blocking. Breaks a tackle. And is brought down by Andre Williams. Assisted by the DB number 9, Liam Flores.
Physical runner. He's a physical runner. He's going to run downhill. He's going to run you over.
So now a really good gain on that play. Second and about 3.5 yards here for Sac High. They've been getting good amount of yards on first down, which is what you want to see from your offense.
These trenches, I'm telling you.
These O-line,
If you want to win versus Rodriguez, you got to beat them at their own game. Win in the trenches.
And they've been running the same formation, just doubles all game. Just the inside zone has been working. They run it again. Up the middle with Radcliffe, and he gets a solid few yards, giving them the first down.
Lower the shoulder, lower the helmet, and get through somebody. You know what the great Marshawn Lynch used to say?
What's
Run
that?
through a face, bro. Run through somebody's face. He just ran through 2 people's face.
And so far, after the timeout, he knows it's next man up mentality with more on the sideline. Running with a full head of steam.
Looks explosive and excited to be out there. This is what we like to see.
Pass play from James Radcliffe. Throws up the sideline. And that's caught! And makes 2 men miss! Oh my goodness, what a play! Touchdown, Sac High! That's LeBrady and keyword for a Sacramento touchdown!
I mean, he just put an absolute move on them. Just out of the way of 2 defenders for an easy touchdown. I mean, he could have walked so far after that.
Give that guy a map. Oh my goodness, in the great words of Chris Smoove, that was one of the greatest moves I have ever seen in my life. That reminded me a lot of the Williams spin move last week on Alabama. He is 17 years old, probably the same age as some of these guys out here, but oh my goodness, that was a grown man move.
And keyword, the last 2 games, only had 2 receptions, 27 yards. One of them was a touchdown. But right there, he shows off his speed and elusiveness.
I'm still in shock after that.
Yeah, that was
move.
an insane
Oh
play.
my goodness, that was electric. Oh, we got a penalty.
And a flag is thrown on the extra point. What a start here for Sacramento.
I mean, Rodriguez, they're playing with some adversity for the first time this season.
Oh my
Usually they're
goodness.
up all the time in these games,
I
but right now,
cannot get over that
I want to
play.
see how Dylan Burke and the offense responds here coming up on this next drive.
Yeah, and about the only adversity they've really faced was when last week when Burke threw the interception at the goal line, and then against Vanden when they took back the opening kickoff. But other than that, Rodriguez has controlled most of the games, or all of the games, excuse me, this entire season.
Reminded me of those Minnesota Vikings only trailing like 3 minutes and 20 seconds this year.
Now, this is an important stage of your team, of any football team. Oh, it's blocked. Rough.
And the extra point is no good, so the score will remain 13-7 after a great throw from LeBron James Radcliffe up the sideline to keyword. Sacramento leads. What a start for them with 1 minute to go here in the first quarter.
I mean, in the opening, you were talking about how this Rodriguez defense doesn't get enough love. Is that a little jinx there, Holden?
It might be.
Announcer's jinx. Oh, but as I was saying, it's a crucial moment of your football team to see how they respond to criticism on the sideline. They don't really have to deal with that much and deal with adversity. This is a huge moment in their season, not just the game, but in their season, to find a way to beat the adversity.
We'll see what Miles King can come up with here, as offense hasn't been able to do much other than when they scored from the 10-yard line.
Oh, I can't get over that catch and run. Oh my goodness.
They're making an announcement about towing vehicles. That sucks for the fans who parked in the FedEx parking lot.
Couldn't be me. Samuel Hall with the return. Got no blockers for him. Swarmed by Sacramento. So now Rodriguez will start the drive 1st and 10 in their own territory. Not a usual sight from them at home, starting in their own territory.
Well, they ruined Vacaville's homecoming last week. Is this karma coming their way this week?
It is homecoming night for Rodriguez. They might have scheduled it against Sacramento because past couple years Sacramento hasn't been that good.
They have not.
This year they're 5-0.
They've turned it around.
And right now they're leading against a 6-0 Rodriguez team who just went into Vacaville and beat them in the final minutes.
That game was electric. I wish you were there for that, Mason.
Man, I do too.
So now Burke in the shotgun 1st and 10. Hands it off up the middle. And he's met the line of scrimmage by number 52, I believe, J.C. Salazar. Great play there from the Sacramento defense once again, and Rodriguez just can't get it going in the run game.
I mean, Salazar just shot off the edge right there, getting into the backfield.
2nd and 10 for Burke. They run the hurry-up offense. He throws a screen. That's Trey Saez. Good stiff arm. But once again, just swarmed by the Sacramento defense.
Screen with no blockers, it looked like. I was looking for blockers downfield. He had to make a man miss trying to get yardage there.
The crowd has completely flipped. They are silent on the home team's side. Rodriguez, their fans have not had to deal with their team being down.
So now Burke on a 3rd and 11 as Trey Saez actually lost yardage on that play. Has trips to the left side, and that will be the end of the first quarter, though. So we won't get to see that 3rd down play for another 40 seconds or so. I mean, what a start from Sacramento.
I mean, if you were expecting Sacramento and Rodriguez to be a good fight, you're getting that right here, right now.
Even without Darius Moore, their star player at running back.
Yeah, he took off those pads.
He's done. He's done for the night. That's a huge loss, as we thought, but man, they have responded.
I mean, if Sacramento wins this game, this could really shake up the league entirely, as they could easily, I'm not saying they will, but they could easily lose one of the next 2 games against Vanden or Vacaville, and that'll cause a tiebreaker in the league among maybe 3 or 4 teams at the end of it.
We could be in for one heck of a show to end the year off, man.
I mean, if Sacramento starts off with a win in this 3-week stretch they have, it's going to be really impressive. It's going to give them a lot of confidence going into the next 2 weeks as well.
And it'll put teams on notice as well, as Rodriguez has beat Vanden and Vacaville the last 2 weeks in, I wouldn't say dominating fashion, not against Vacaville, but against Vanden it was pretty much dominating fashion, and it was, they had the lead for the most of the game against Vacaville. And they're facing adversity here at the start of the 2nd quarter, down 13-7.
You have to give it to Missouri.
3rd and 11, Burke in the shotgun. Got the Missouri brothers on the outside. He looks for one of them, throws it to Jamar Missouri, and it's caught, but just short of the marker.
Short, yeah.
It will be 4th and about 2.
4th and 2.
Good job by Burke there, finding an open man on 3rd down. It looks like they will go for it.
I do like the play call there.
And the clock was not running for that play.
The ref is going to hold up play here.
I do think they might run it here to the inside. Based off of previous play calling, they have ran it on these plays, but I do think they should throw a quick pass.
We'll see what Miles King comes up with here on 4th and 2. A huge play in their own territory. Trips to the left for Burke. He gets the snap, pitches it to the outside. And he gets to the out, and he's just short, I believe. Broke a couple tackles. They might have to bring the chains out. Gosh, that's so close if you're Rodriguez.
First down here, and it will be a first down.
So the lunge forward by, I mean, we don't know his name, unfortunately, but that will be a first down for Rodriguez on 4th and 2.
Risky play there from Miles King, going for it in your own territory.
You had to take that risk now.
So now 1st and 10 for Rodriguez on the 45-yard line. They hit it off up the middle. Gets a solid 3-yard gain to start the new set of downs. What a play call there from Miles King.
No risk, no reward.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Exactly. And
I would like more, my bad. I would like more creativity, as we're seeing right now with the motion. I would like more creativity in the run game.
So now trips to the right for Dylan Burke. In the shotgun, he drops back to pass, looking to his right. Hits Jamar Missouri for a catch on the outside. And that will be a first down, I believe. Great throw there from Burke to move the chains forward.
Sacramento's game plan is to not allow Jermaine Missouri to get the ball. And so far, it has been working, but Jamar has stepped up.
His other brother is an athlete, Jamar.
Yeah.
you can't count him out either.
Absolutely
he could torch you the same way Jermaine does.
So now trips to the left for Burke. 1st and 10 once again.
And we still have confusion with the clock.
Clock manager got to get it together, man.
And I think that's important to note. Jamar Missouri, he hasn't been that explosive on the offensive end compared to his younger brother, Jermaine Missouri, who has just been lights out in the receiving game. Jamar Missouri this year I say only, but 228 yards and 6 touchdowns. But, I mean, comparing that to his brother, it's not a crazy amount, but he still gets it done, especially when his team needs it most.
You have to know your role on your team, and Jamar's is mainly to play defense, and just like he has 4 sacks on the year, leading his team.
Team captain showing up for when his team is facing adversity. Burke in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Pitch to the outside once again. Same play they ran on 4th down. Gets a couple yards. And
there's more creativity that I was looking for.
And I believe there is a player down on the field. That is number 20, Machias Smalls. Pardon me possibly pronouncing that wrong. But he does get up slowly, holding his left arm. And Cordell Radcliffe will sub in for him on defense. Solid run from Rodriguez.
2nd and 5.
Yep, 5-yard run. 2nd and 5 now for Rodriguez.
Most likely gonna, were they moving him up?
And I believe a penalty was called on Sacramento. Moving Rodriguez up now, so.
I didn't see what it was for.
Yeah.
Huh.
Now that is an automatic 1st down, moves them ahead of the chains.
Was that 10 yards or 15?
It was 15 yards.
Personal foul.
So a ball on the 26-yard line just outside the red zone. Rodriguez looking to answer. Trips to the right for Burke. Play action pass. Throws it up. He's got Jermaine Missouri, excuse me. And he's inbounds, setting up 1st and goal for the Mustangs just inside the 5-yard line.
I mean, if you need a key contested catch, throw it to Jermaine Missouri. He's been making these plays all season long.
Now 1st and goal for Rodriguez. They'll hurry it up on offense. Ball's on the 4-yard line. They run it up the middle. Don't get much. I mean, what a catch there by Jermaine Missouri.
The toe tap, the high pointing the ball. That's perfect textbook catching from your star receiver. Possibly one of the best in the state. Probably. He's number 8.
Perks of being 6'5", Mason. 2nd and goal here for Rodriguez. They run it up the middle, and he's going to get in. Touchdown, Mustangs. And a flag is thrown once again. I don't know if that, I believe that was after the play. The player is down. We have to know
this man's name, number 25. Making a name for himself tonight. Shout out to this guy, man. We got to know his name right now. Stat Pat, he need to come over here and tell us his name.
Yeah, there is a player down for Sacramento. I believe there was a late hit after the play by Rodriguez. So the flag was thrown. That is Jameezy Clark, I want to say his name is. Pardon my pronunciation once again, but he does get up and is walking.
Looks like he's pointing at his back.
I don't think the touchdown will count though.
Ooh.
As they do bring the offense back on the field. That's a rough one for Rodriguez.
Well, as we know, Vacaville was shooting themselves in the foot last week. This week, Rodriguez is doing. Oh.
No,
the scoreboard just changed. Pardon me.
So I believe it will be unsportsmanlike conduct after the play on Rodriguez, but the touchdown will still count. So they're just trying to figure out if they're kicking the extra point or not. It is now tied 13-13.
Now this is huge. This would give them the lead if they do convert here, no matter what it is, a 2-point or a field or extra point.
Well, the players were asking for them to kick the extra point, and it looks like they are setting up for 2.
Trey Size in the backfield. Burke under center. They'll hand it to Size. And he's got a hold to the left side. He'll get in easily. 2-point conversion is good for Rodriguez. They take the lead, 15-13. We got a shootout here, it seems like, folks.
It's a good one. This is a great one to watch.
Great bounce back drive from Rodriguez there.
Showing through.
So now just under 9 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Rodriguez answers Sacramento's touchdown with their own and get the 2-point conversion to take the lead.
That's key now because they're up 2 points after that missed extra point from Sacramento earlier. And that could come back to bite them later on in this game.
Now, was that penalty a blessing in disguise? Would they have gone for the extra point? And it has been a little bit of a struggle to kick extra points for this Rodriguez team, but so far, there's no wind.
Yeah, I know this is a
brand new
rarity.
feeling.
Yeah, this is a first for us being here at Rodriguez High School. We have no wind. We didn't even need to tape these papers down.
Nope.
That we have in front of us, but we did. And
I didn't have to wear a hoodie today. Oh man, it's a great night. This is a great night.
I mean, it was a pretty good tape job if you ask me.
Yeah. I mean, Mason, you don't wear hoodies or pants anyways, even if it is windy. So.
Oh no, I'm a beast, man.
He never shows the emotion on if he's cold or not.
So now Trey Sias will kick off from the 25-yard line instead of the 40.
They elected to take it on the kickoff instead of on the goal line.
And that does give Sacramento good field position.
Absolutely.
And we saw what they did with good field position last drive.
I got a feeling we're about to see Trey unleash his leg here.
Yeah, I think you should do it a normal kick, because if you do a squib kick, they would be close to midfield. I'm not sure if I want to risk that.
And he does kick a squib, but it's a pretty hard one. Good recovery there from, I believe that was number 39, Damon Henry II. Just falls down after catching it.
Looking like Tyler Lockett right there. Didn't want to take the hit.
And they will set up shop for 1st and 10 on the 45-yard line.
They do teach you that on special teams, that whether it be an onside kick or situations like that, you do want to get down if you do not have the best ability after the catch.
Yeah, and that's crucial because if he fumbles that, Rodriguez gets the ball back already leading, and after scoring a touchdown, momentum shifts all the way to the Mustangs. But now 1st and 10 for Sacramento. They hand it off at the middle to Radcliffe. And he gets to the outside, breaks away for a nice run. That'll be a 1st down for Sacramento.
I mean, this O-line of Sacramento is just clearing the way for Radcliffe, and he's getting some good yardage every touch he has.
And that good run game will get you far in this game.
And you don't usually expect a run to the outside, to the short side of the field as they are on the left hash. They ran an outside zone to the left hash. And Radcliffe just took it up the sideline for a 1st down. They're past midfield now on the 41-yard line.
Well, from what we've seen from this Sacramento team, they know how to scheme up the run game.
It's great scheme on the O-line's part.
Now Radcliffe drops back to pass. He's going to take it himself. He's got some room to run and slides down at about the 35-yard line. A solid 6 to 7 yard gain there from James Radcliffe, the brother of the running back that's been getting all the good carries today. LeRon James Radcliffe has made some huge passes and now shows it on the ground as well that he can run it.
I mean, smart move by LeRon, just going down after getting your yardage there. Don't want to take a hit, risk getting hurt. Smart play by him.
He makes the tough decisions and the smart plays. He plays within structure of this offense, and so far he's only made a small error, but it was a huge score. Got him offside.
And LeRon gets him to jump off sides. That'll be a 1st down, as it is a 5-yard penalty, and it was only 2nd and 4. And it is offsides.
Dominic Valentine jumping a little bit there.
Another crucial penalty against Rodriguez. So now Sacramento will have 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line.
They're just going to keep pounding the rock, pounding it down Rodriguez's throats.
And the Radcliffe brothers are in the backfield once again here, 1st and 10. Doubles formation here in the shotgun for James Radcliffe. Rodriguez shows blitz. He drops back to pass. Goes to the outside. caught on the hitch route to number 3, LeAnthony Smith, the junior.
A little bit of a double clutch there by Laurent. He looks like he wanted to go deep at first, and then he had to realize and make a good throw on the outside here.
Yeah. Radcliffe showing off the velocity. He threw a dart right to his chest. Great catch, great throw. 2nd and 1.
Almost 2nd in inches, Mason. And
looks close.
That was great pass protection by the Sacramento O-line as Rodriguez was showing blitz.
This O-line is awesome.
So now Radcliffe, 2nd and short. They'll just hand it off, try and get the first down.
Got it.
And Radcliffe does get it.
I mean, we're watching some great drives be sustained here by these football teams.
That O-line is just a beauty to watch.
And now set them up 1st and 10 in the red zone on the 17-yard line. And so far, not many mistakes made by this Sacramento team. And they've been driving almost every offensive possession besides the fumble earlier in the game.
They play in structure. You could tell if it's a pass play, he's only got 1 or 2 reads. If it's a run play, it's just a simple run game.
Radcliffe drops back to pass. Doesn't have anyone open, rolls out to his right. Breaks a tackle. He's going to run himself and just gets a yard or 2. Nice job avoiding the sack there from James Radcliffe.
What a move.
I mean,
we're stopping on a dime.
We're seeing 2 athletic quarterbacks go at it today.
This is awesome, man. I love to see it. Creating plays. But as I said, he looks like he only has 2 reads on every pass play. And as soon as he saw that it wasn't there, he went off to take off and run.
And I believe that was number 5. Moses Moore had a chance at getting him, but the elusiveness of Laurent breaks the tackle and gets a yard on the play. 2nd and 9 here.
Run the ball.
They're going to run the ball with Radcliffe, and he's stuffed right at the line of scrimmage.
That's what we're used to seeing from Rodriguez. They usually stuff that run pretty good.
That was a rarity miscue by that O-line of Sacramento. Getting stuffed. Now 3rd and 7. Do you see a pass here? I would have to think so, right?
Gotta expect it. And Moses Moore, the man who just missed the tackle on the play before that, gets the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard and a half gain there from Radcliffe. 3rd and 7 here in the red zone.
If I'm Rodriguez, I am not blitzing or running man. I'm running a zone. I do not want to get beat just like last drive.
Sacramento does seem to be in their field goal range. As long as Radcliffe doesn't get sacked here.
Cannot turn the ball over. Flag.
Well, with the penalty being called, you know I'm noticing here, Holden, that Williams Palaamu is on the sideline. He's not in on this drive. And he's been a key player for them all season long.
Yeah, that's a big piece on their defensive line that they're missing. Right now in form is David Cisco, number 52. So far, Paul Almu on the year has 41 total tackles.
What a beast, man.
He's key. I just see him standing there on the sideline. I don't know if coach is unhappy right now with how he's playing.
He also has 4 total sacks. He's not only a wrecker in the trenches in the run game, but he also gets sacks as well. But with the delay of game on Sacramento, it's now 3rd and long, just outside the red zone. Play action pass from Radcliffe, and he nearly throws an interception. Pass broken up by Jamani Elliott, the junior, for Rodriguez. That'll force 4th down and long.
Yeah, Radcliffe, he all he knows how to throw is bullets. On that throw, you have to throw with a little bit more touch. He threw that ball straight to the ground. You have to throw with more touch than that, but if he does throw with touch, it's probably picked and taken to the
I will give him credit. He is throwing with good anticipation today, though. I mean, if you're a receiver, you want that ball to get on you quick, not have another chance for a defender to break it up.
And there is a player down on the field, so that will stop the clock. Sacramento's got a debate right now if they want to kick this ball, try a long field goal, or just go for it.
I think if you were gonna go for it, I think they would have had a different play call on the last play, just to get themselves closer to the first down marker.
And the injured player for Sacramento is number 55, Harold Osby, a team captain.
He's jumping up.
But he is jumping up, trying to shake it off. Good sights there for this Sacramento side. And he's an important player. Not only is he a team captain, but he almost leads the team in tackles as well as a D lineman coming off the edge. But now he will have to sit out for one play.
No, he's going back in. He's going back in. I don't know.
Technically, that shouldn't be allowed.
They're going to try to pull a fast one on him here.
The refs got to understand that. I think he's going to tell him. No? Looks like
I don't know if a timeout was called. Maybe a timeout.
The ref called his own timeout after the injury for signaling an injury timeout.
Oh.
So technically he shouldn't be in right now, but 4th and 12, 4th and 13, whatever you want to call it. Here we go. Sacramento's going for it.
Watch the blitz. Nope.
Radcliffe drops back, throws it deep up the left side, and miscommunication on 4th down. Looked like Lee Anthony Smith, but he ran a curl route instead of a fade. That'll be a turnover on downs. Rodriguez takes over in their own territory. Nice job there by Rodriguez's defense to get a stop.
I mean, with all that time to communicate, you'd think they'd be on the same page there.
I think that was on the receiver because he would have been short of the game if he did throw the curl route.
Well, Laurent just stepped back and passed, and he was expecting that go route there.
You expect a go route. I think that was on the receiver. Miscommunication. That's crucial. You do not want to let Rodriguez score here.
So now Rodriguez 1st and 10. Trips to the right. Burke drops back, packs, throws a screen to Jermaine Missouri. He's got some room to run. Breaks a tackle. And is stopped just short of the 1st down marker. About an 8-yard gain.
Man, every time you see that guy get the ball, you just expect something huge, like he's gonna break 14 tackles and just take it to the crib.
I was about to say the same thing there, Mace. I was expecting him to have a big play there.
As you can see, Jermaine Missouri wearing the pink along with his teammates for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Berg will take on the read option. He's going up the left sideline. He's got some speed. And he's caught just behind him on a big run by Robert Hamill. Burke, the quarterback, showing off the speed there for Rodriguez. They're just outside the red zone now.
This is what I've been calling for a lot in the season. You know Dylan Burke, he's so athletic in my eyes, and I just love seeing him take off, and I thought he was gone. What a tackle by Robert Hamill there, keeping his team well within it here.
That read option is just so lethal at any level of football. I love that it's getting incorporated more.
Burke pitches it to the outside after his run. And a solid contain there by Sacramento. And back to what you were saying, Robert, you know, he doesn't get that many carries running the ball. He has 24 carries on the year, but he has 150 yards and a rushing touchdown. And a bulk of that was in the last game against Vacaville, as he did run the ball quite a bit.
I mean, that's good for a 6.3 yards per carry average. He's good with the football in his hands, ladies and gentlemen.
You got so many playmakers on this Rodriguez squad that it's hard to split all of the carries, split all the receptions. It's hard to do that. You got all this talent.
Yeah, and Burke, 27 passing touchdowns. I mean, that's top 15 nationally, second in the state. Handoff to Highball. He gets the outside. He's got some room to run, and he's going up the sideline and gets out of bounds. Runs right next to Dukes, our sideline cameraman.
Shout out Dukes.
And that'll be a 1st down for Rodriguez.
I mean, Jermaine Missouri has been having some great blocking downfield on these outside run plays tonight.
So now 1st down and 10, just outside the red zone on the 21-yard line, just under 3 minutes to go here. Rodriguez looking to put some more points on the board before halftime. Burke in the shotgun, hands it off to Highball up the middle. Tries to bounce to the outside, and he's met. That was number 11, Jameezy Clark.
Man, every single time you see there is contact on the field, it is 100%. Every single time you see someone get tackled, every single time you see someone lower their shoulder when they're on offense trying to truck somebody, they want to destroy somebody. They want to take people's heads off, and this is what I love to see. I love to see all the competitiveness, man.
I mean, as a defense coordinator, that's what you want, right?
Oh,
swarming the ball on a run play.
I'm getting hyped just thinking about tackling somebody.
Got a timeout by Sacramento here.
As there is just over 2 minutes to go here in the half. Sacramento does get ball at halftime, So if they could get the ball back here with a decent amount of time to score and then score after halftime, they'll have the lead in a close game.
Sounds like a little double dip action to me.
Yeah. Hey, if I was an offensive coordinator, I love a double dip. That's all I gotta say.
I do it with my chicken tenders all the time.
I thought, Sacramento starts with the ball, doesn't it?
Yeah, they start with ball. So if they get the ball,
they get that
with about over a minute to go, should give them a decent amount of time to. And the homecoming session is getting prepared here for Rodriguez as we are nearing halftime. A lot of people here tonight. It's a big game. Both teams undefeated. And it's a close one right before halftime. 15-13, Rodriguez leads. They're inching close.
I'm interested to see what Miles King drew up here in this timeout. I would look to get it to Jermaine, Missouri here on.
You do have him one-on-one on the left side. Trips to the right for Dylan Burke. He brings Trey Saez in a slight motion on the right side. Play action pass from Burke, drops out the pass, throws it. Oh, and he just misses. Trey Saez over the middle. He had him on a seam route.
He ran a textbook Texas route. He was wide open. Rare miss by Burke. Oh, my goodness, that's crucial.
We've seen Dylan Burke be accurate all season long. Rare mistake by him there.
And now that will bring up third down, and it does stop the clock. So if you're Sacramento, you need a third down stop right here. Try and get the ball back before halftime. Burke in the shotgun. He gets on 3rd and 7, just hands it off to Highball. And he gains a couple yards, but that's not enough for a first down. Bringing up 4th down.
As you can hear, we have some fans getting really excited over here.
This is what we love to see. This is football right here. We have people trying to talk to us while we're doing the broadcast. I love to see that. I love seeing people get hyped for their children, their brothers, their sisters, all the people who are here. I love to see. I love to see the support from each side. This is great. This is what football is about. This is what sports are about.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people here for Rodriguez, knowing it's their homecoming night.
Yeah.
But Sacramento's showing out as well.
Yeah.
About almost an hour-long drive.
They want to spoil this night for them, as we got a whole lot of people on the sideline for homecoming.
Speaking of homecoming, you think we're going to see another fireworks show tonight?
I don't know. I don't know if they're on back of those capability. But now Rodriguez going for it here on 4th down and about 6. Burke in the shotgun has trips to the right. And he throws it up to Jamar Missouri in the end zone. Oh, what a catch! And it goes incomplete. It goes out of his hands, incomplete.
Ooh, what a play.
Oh my! A huge break for Sacramento, as they will get the ball on the turnover on downs after the drop pass on what
a play by the defensive back. Oh my goodness. Way to knock it out. Way to make it tough on him. Oh my goodness, that was almost an amazing catch.
Jamar had it in his hands, and I thought he was about to pull it down. Then that ball gets punched out, or he just loses control while hitting the ground. Usually you see the Missouri brothers pull that in.
Now here we go with Sacramento. I think Sacramento, they're firing on all cannons. I think they will take some shots down the field. If they score here and they do double dip, it's looking scary for Rodriguez.
They do have just over a minute to go, which is what we alluded to, having just enough time. And that's a missed opportunity there from Rodriguez. If you score there, you're up a 2-possession game if you get the extra point or even get the 2-point conversion.
This could be the most important possession of the entire game, no matter what happens in the second half.
Cover 2 man, it looks like, here from Rodriguez.
They are.
James Radcliffe drops back to pass, dumps it off.
Complete.
And good coverage there. That was Malachi Roten, the sophomore. He's a beast, not only on the defensive end, but at fullback on those 2-point conversions as well, excuse me.
People want a penalty called on the Sacramento sideline, but he was behind the line of scrimmage, and you're not going to get that call. It's basically a run. If you throw it behind the line of scrimmage, if you throw it at the line of scrimmage, they're not going to call that.
Another thing I'm noticing here is Jamar Missouri's trying to get into the head of these Sacramento players. He's trying to make them frustrated. He keeps putting his hands up like he's doing nothing. The refs keep coming over talking in their little huddle they got going on there, trying to break it up.
It's mind games. Love to see it. It's football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass for LeBron James Radcliffe. He's in the shotgun. He's going to do a halfback draw with Radcliffe, and he breaks a tackle. Good amount of yards right there with just under a minute to go. Clock is ticking, though.
I mean, I haven't seen someone be so dominant against this Rodriguez run defense like they have tonight.
This is my favorite kind of football. Just run through somebody's face. He is taking the control of the run game on both sides. He is just lowering the shoulder pads and boom, blasting through some people, man.
After the first down run from Cordell Radcliffe, just over 30 seconds to go and ticking here for Sacramento. LeBron James Radcliffe drops back to pass. Pressure off the edge. He's got to step in the pocket. Oh, and it's nearly intercepted off the tip by Trey Saez, the safety.
Almost two turnover-worthy things right there. LaRon had a defender coming behind him. I thought that ball was about to get stripped out of there. And then the bobble, tip up, and almost interception. Got to be lucky there.
That was some great pressure.
And that was a great
by Moses Moore.
That was great improvisation by Radcliffe. He threw a pretty good ball on the run. It was just it was such a fast ball. Is right off the shoulder pad of his receiver and almost was the.
Well, he knows how to throw it one way, Mace. That's a fastball coming right at you.
Fastball, man. He seemed like he played baseball.
And he will hand it off to his brother Cordell Radcliffe up the middle. Bounces it to the outside. Breaks a tackle. Got some run room, and he don't know if he got out of bounds. And he does. That stops the clock with 15 seconds to go as they're just inching close to midfield.
He is just running through everybody. This is amazing. He is not scared of anybody.
So now with 15 seconds to go here, Sacramento trying to get close to be able to throw a Hail Mary, it seems like.
I'll try to use my one good eye right now to look at this football game.
I would want to throw it deep. Oh.
And a flag is thrown.
As our wonderful new flag.
Animation.
This is great. The flag graphic is awesome. Shout out to our crew, Rio and Malcolm on the TriCaster.
Shout out to Rio and Malcolm over there. They're doing a great job behind the scenes.
And our camera crew is awesome as well. We got Jay on the side camera, Greg Poff on the main, and we got the neighborhood kids. All right. Shout out. We got Dukes. You know, he always taking care of business on the field.
So the flag is a sideline warning on Sacramento.
I'm not sure why they gave him a warning. They've been pretty.
Yeah, the only time I've seen them really get amped is on the touchdown passes from Radcliffe.
Well, maybe after the play, a little pushing and shoving happened there. The refs don't like to see that.
So everyone here just waiting for halftime, as they do have a halftime show for homecoming, but clock has been delayed here at 15 seconds for a little bit. But now they will run the play here. Radcliffe in the shotgun. He will drop back to pass. Steps up to the pocket. Throws it, and it's complete. Breaking a tackle after the catch. Nice job there from number 9, Damari Taylor. Clock is ticking with 5 seconds to go. They will call timeout.
I mean,
what a play.
Great concentration there after Jamar Missouri got a hand on it. That's that height coming into play, getting that hand on that football.
That was
just even better concentration there by the receiver.
So amazing. Yeah, you hit it right on the head.
So now
concentration is amazing.
So now 1st and 10. Obviously the first down doesn't matter because they're only going to be able to run one play with 5 seconds to go here. But they're on the Rodriguez's 40-yard line. They can try and take a shot at the end zone here.
You cannot let yourselves get beat if you're Rodriguez. You have to run, prevent defense. Do not run man against this quick, speedy wide receiver core. They will burn you.
I mean, how much do you trust in a kicker in high school?
I don't know.
What would this be? It'd be fun.
That'd be about almost a 60-yard field goal.
60-yard field goal?
Yeah.
Whew. I don't know.
They didn't want to kick it when they were at the 20-yard line.
That is a good point.
So
that would be electric. Could you imagine seeing a 60-yard field goal at high school?
And behind the goalpost is everyone getting ready for the halftime show for homecoming. Imagine if he kicked it into them, you know.
I think I would, if I was Radcliffe. I would throw it deep to my tallest receiver, give him a chance. But
looks like Rodriguez is going to play prevent defense here.
They do have Missouri over there on the right side. He is the tallest player on the field.
Along with the Saez brothers in prevent. They're going to do a rollout pass to the right. Radcliffe throws it up the sideline. And he does get tackled as the halftime hits. Nice throw there from Radcliffe. Good play design, just couldn't get anything after the catch. But now we will head into halftime. Rodriguez leading 15-13. Sacramento will get the ball. Great game so far, fellas. I mean, Robert, what can Sacramento do to, fight back and take the lead to start the second half?
I mean, what they could do is basically do what you've been doing. They've been good in the pass game, good in the run game, just not enough time on that drive. I feel like if they had more time, they were eventually going to score there.
Boys, we have ourselves a game at Rodriguez Stadium. This is great vibes right now. I'm loving what I'm seeing.
And we will have a 20-minute halftime as they will have homecoming festivities here, and we will be back in the third quarter. We'll see you guys then.
The exponential growth from the program from my first year to my third year now, that's what keeps me coming back and keeps me excited and just like fulfills me as a person.
It's so impressive, and we every time we walk in here, you guys are doing something different. It's great. It's
nothing but opportunities here, and we have sports to cover, we have the equipment.
Because the more ambitious you are, the more opportunities you'll have.
On-the-job training is huge.
Get the hands-on experience.
When someone asks who can do it, you can raise your hand and say, I can do it. So
joining the class was the best decision I ever made.
Stand by, we're going to go to cut one. And cut one. Cross court to Audrey Jones. Audrey for three! It is good! With 1.3 seconds left on the game clock, Audrey Jones with one of the biggest shots.
the sky's the limit, really, with what we can do here.
We have everything that an automotive shop would have, or even a dealership would have.
If you guys are interested in automotive at all, go to Solano Community College. Check out the automotive program. It can be a career path for you, just like what I'm doing, or it could be an extreme hobbyist, an enthusiast.
If you really like cars and learning stuff all the time, then this is the best place to go.
And we are back for the second half of what's been a really close game here. Rodriguez leads 15-13. They will kick off here to start the second half. But what a start and surprise. Even though they're undefeated, Sacramento putting some adversity on this Rodriguez team, only down by 2 points, but did have the lead twice in this game.
I mean, they're showing me that run game's really good, and I would expect them to go to it a lot more here in this second half. It's just this Rodriguez D-line hasn't stopped it and proved to me that they can stop it yet.
Yeah, with Darius Moore, their senior leader, running back, has been getting the bulk of the carries all season. He got injured right at the start of the game. So coming in for him was number 26, Cordell Radcliffe, the freshman. And he's been balling today on the ground.
And that's a thing we were discussing at halftime, how young the Sacramento team is.
Yeah, I mean, LaRon James Radcliffe, his brother, is only a sophomore. They have a bunch of defensive pieces that are juniors and sophomores.
They're going to run it back next year. They're going to even better next year just by the development of these players. And you better watch out. And we're not just looking at their future. We are going to be looking at them tonight because they start with the ball. And if they score right here, I do believe they will win this game.
And they also have wide receiver / strong safety Robert Hamill listed as a sophomore, and he's a team captain. So they have 2 sophomore team captains with Hamill along with Radcliffe. So you can see them right there on the sidelines.
I mean, that shows how mature they are if they're labeling them as team captains at this age. And what a great name, by the way, Robert. Can't beat that.
A lot of maturity.
I don't know.
This team.
I think LeBron James Radcliffe is a great football name.
Or Holden Beers, you know.
Yeah, well, that career ended short, but we don't got to get into that. And we were talking about a couple weeks ago how good football players have football names.
When we're making graphics, we're like, that guy's going to be a dog when we see names like that.
And making a few plays in that first half was number 58, Teron Sago, another freshman. But he's 6'2", 270. I mean, this Sacramento team has a lot of potential.
They're going to be so good in the future. I'm excited for what they have in store for us these next few years based off of what we're seeing, because we got sophomore, we got freshmen, we got juniors. Man, this is...
Well, this game's making me excited for when me and you are going to cover them next year, Mace.
Yeah. Oh, man. And Raj, man, we got so many things to look forward to. And we got so many things to look forward to in the second half, man.
Yeah, and the Monticello Empire League has just been so competitive. And it's just getting even more competitive. As you can see, Sacramento undefeated. And Vacaville, who used to be the main powerhouse of the league.
The main dogs.
They're third right now in the rankings. They are up right now at halftime, though, 21-7 against Vanden. And if they win that game and Sacramento wins tonight, we have a three-way tiebreaker for first place in league between Rodriguez, Sacramento, and Vacaville.
I'm not saying I'm rooting for any outcome, but that sounds like the most intriguing outcome possible.
I mean, you want a lot of drama here at the end of the season if you're going into these final few weeks.
But Rodriguez knows how to win. They've shown it, obviously, against the toughest teams. They've had their toughest schedule out. These past 3 weeks have been the toughest for them. This game, the last 2 weeks. And this is the start of something great for Sacramento.
Yeah, and they had a great second half last week against Vacaville, pulling out with the win at the end. We'll see if they can continue that momentum from last week into this second half, as Saez kicks it up the middle for a squib kick, and it is returned by Sacramento. Good moves. He's right up the sideline. He's got blockers.
Oh, my God.
Makes a man miss. And he's tracked down just at the 25-yard line. Returning that was Damari Taylor. What a way to start the second half for Sacramento.
I mean, Taylor making some people miss on that kickoff return. This is the momentum you needed coming out of halftime if you're Sacramento.
Scary if you're Rodriguez. This is why you do not want one of the two main returners to return the ball because of things like that.
And that tackle was made by Isaiah Williams, which is basically a touchdown-saving tackle, because if he doesn't make that tackle, he's gone for 6.
That would have been the second one we've seen this year against this Rodriguez team. They need to work on that special teams unit a little bit right there.
And both returns were up the left sideline going towards the scoreboard. So must be that side of the Rodriguez.
That's why you want to squib kick it, man. That's why they want to squib kick it. It's clearly a big weakness they do not want to show. And it shows right there. All three phases are important. We saw it by the deep punt that Rodriguez had earlier and the kick return by Sacramento just now.
And it will be 1st and 10 here for Sacramento, just outside the red zone to start the drive. Ball's on the 23-yard line. Generous spot there from the refs. I thought he was on the 25. Other than that, doubles formation here for LeBron James Radcliffe at quarterback. Had a solid day so far. He's got his brother, the freshman Cordell Radcliffe, getting the ball. Oh, actually, no, it's pulled on a read option for LeBron James Radcliffe. Makes a man miss and is brought down by Trey Saez right at the first down marker.
I mean, what a fake. That faked me out.
Yeah, it faked me out as well.
I was surprised he kept the ball there. Great yardage to pick up right there by Radcliffe.
That was just beautiful play calling right there. Everybody in the stadium expected it to be a run up the middle by his brother, and he just takes it. And that's a good game.
Yeah, and they've been running inside zone with Cordell Radcliffe. They ran it multiple times in the first half. But now they run it with the read option. Now 2nd and short. Radcliffe drops back to pass on 2nd short. He's got a man. Oh, and he just overthrows him. Incomplete, intended for Robert Hamill. Wide open in the end zone and just overthrows him. Good play call there, taking a shot on 2nd and short.
Jermaine Missouri's got to be careful with how he bumps there at the end. Almost PI.
Rare miss, man. Radcliffe had him wide open. He overthrew him a little bit. his bullet throws are perfect on the money every time, but when he needs to throw with touch, it's a little rough.
So now 3rd and short here. About just under a yard needed for the Dragons. False. Might be offsides on Rodriguez. The left tackle did also jump. We'll see who went first.
Offsides is the call.
And it will be offsides, as you do say, Robert. 5-yard penalty, and that makes it a 1st down for Sacramento.
I mean, this Rodriguez team, they're just shooting themselves in the foot right now. Not much more to say. You got to play disciplined if you're Rodriguez, and Miles King preaches that. You need to play with discipline.
That's the 2nd offside of the game. Both have been huge. Both have been 1st down plays.
So good hard counts from LaRon James. Radcliffe has his team inside the 10, 1st and goal. Handoff up the middle to his brother. Pushes forward.
I mean,
that's some grit running there.
He just keeps those legs turning. You think the play's over? No, he's going to push for more yardage as much as he can.
What I imagine him thinking when he's running is just chugga, 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 chugga. Like he's a train. He's just a train. He's a beast. Man, those legs.
Chewing along
keep
there.
chugging him, man. It's beautiful running, beautiful blocking by this team. He got met at the line and fought for an extra 2 yards.
I mean, and for a freshman, I mean, he's listed at 5'10", and his brother's listed at 5'11", but he looks taller than his brother as a freshman. He's got a lot of potential.
Team to watch, man.
And he does go outside for the pitch, outside zone. Oh, and he stays in bounds. Oh, my goodness.
I think he lost track of where he was for a second, just staring down Missouri after he threw him off him. He said, get off me, big man.
Goodness. Oh, my goodness. I've never seen anybody do that to Missouri. But he just made Missouri look like a toddler, man.
I mean, that's a 6'5" D end. You're shoving off of you like that.
That's a beast of a freshman, man.
You love to see that if you're Kimby Drayton and this Sacramento team.
He looked straight at him. He thought he just stood there frozen. He didn't
realize the play was going on still.
Stayed in bounds, but now 3rd and goal. And a low throw there on the slant route from LaRon James Radcliffe. A little sidearm action, but couldn't complete it.
He must play baseball with all these throwing arm angles.
Slings that thing, man.
It's now 4th and goal. Inside the 10. Looks like they're going to go for it. Field goal does give them the lead.
They're going to throw it.
They do have the same formation they've been running all game. Doubles, wide receivers to the right and left. 2x2.
They're going to run.
And they hand it off to Radcliffe. And he's not going to get there. Short of the goal line. And that'll turn the ball over on downs.
That play calling confuses me.
Did they know it was 4th down? It looked that. Why are you running it when you're it's the ball on the 7-yard line?
I was gonna say you have 6 yards to go, and I mean, Radcliffe's been throwing it pretty all right all night long. I would trust him there in that situation.
Yeah, I think you should have flip-flopped the play call. I think you should have ran that play on 3rd down and then ran the third down play on 4th down.
So now, after not converting on 4th and goal, missed opportunity there from Sacramento, but does put Rodriguez on the back foot, 3-yard line, giving it to Highball up the middle. Makes a man miss and gets solid yardage. Just yards away from the 1st down marker.
That could have been a short game, but he turns that into a pretty good game. That could have been just 1 yard, it turns into 5.
And we've seen Rodriguez go with this hurry-up style offense pretty much all game.
Burke hands it off once again to Highball. He gets the outside, makes a man miss, and that's enough. I believe that's enough for a 1st down. It is. Solid 4-yard run there from Highball.
He just bursts off the line so quick and fast. It's hard, even if you're beating on the line, if you're the O-line, you can trust your guy to make a play because of how fast he is.
So now after the 4-yard run from Highball, 1st and 10 here for Rodriguez, giving them some breathing room after they started the drive on the 3-yard line. Now on the 14, Burke in the shotgun, hands it off to Highball again. He's got a hole.
I mean, Rodriguez is just going to expose this run defense right here right now.
Oh, man. I think a huge part of their run success right now is the fact that Burke used his legs earlier in the game, and now they're afraid of the option play, and now they can't blast all the way in the backfield because they're afraid of the run by the quarterback.
So now after the 7 yard run, another handoff to high ball, outside zone to the left. He breaks through the first level, and another solid run from high ball, another first down for Rodriguez.
I'm liking what I'm seeing right now, Rodriguez. High ball has established himself earlier in the year that he's been a good runner, and I like the fact that they're going with him pretty much this whole entire drive right now.
It's so interesting to watch him run because every time you see him run, he's going 100% speed, and it looks like he's going to just take off for 80 yards, and then he's just suddenly stopped. But
so far,
good gain.
4 plays, 4 runs to high ball. They bring Hall in motion, hand it off, and he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage. That was number 24, Jeremiah Richard, who is the leading tackler on this team, coming off the edge from his linebacker position.
Even a loss of 1 on the play.
Number 25, that's what happens when you stop getting your bread and butter on this drive. It's their first loss of the day.
Looks like they tried to give high ball a breather there, went with the zone fake.
I think you throw the ball to Missouri, one of the Missouri brothers here.
I think number 25 might be missing a cleat. Looks down at his foot quite a bit.
So Burke in the shotgun, 2 by 2. For the formation, play action pass. And he throws the out route. Whoa, what a throw to Trey Sias. He's right up the sideline, got a block from Jamar Missouri. And he gets brought down just past the 40-yard line in Sacramento territory. Huge play on second down from Dylan Burke in this offense.
I mean, did you see his stiff arm by Sias there? He absolutely said, "Get off me, little boy." No way you're going to stop that stiff arm from happening right there, ladies and gentlemen.
To the shoulder row.
So now 1st and 10 after the long catch and run by Trey Sias. Rodriguez driving, Burke in the shotgun. He's going to take himself to the left, and he is met immediately. Oh, my goodness. Just got no blocking there. And a little extra contact after the whistle is blown.
No flag. Whistle was way blown, and he still got tackled down to the ground. But great stand by the defense right there.
And that was,
I mean, they sniffed that out quite quick. They didn't want Dylan Burke to have another explosive run like he did earlier in the game.
Yeah, they're ready for that one.
And that was Harold Osby off the edge, causing the 2-yard loss, So now 2nd and 12, another 2nd and long for Dylan Burke. Sacramento brings the pressure, and he throws a screen pass to the left to Jermaine Missouri. He's got some room to run, breaks a tackle, and a fumble. Ball pops out on the hit as he's going down. We'll see who recovered it.
Looks like Rodriguez did recover.
That could have been a huge turning point for Sacramento, as a big hit came in right when he was going down.
Of these Sacramento players are throwing their hands up, knowing they missed an opportunity there to get the ball back and have their offense back on the field.
What a hit. Oh, my goodness. He got destroyed on that hit.
And a fortuitous play there for Rodriguez. Sets them up shop. 1st and 10. High ball up the middle. Not anywhere to go, really. Brought down by number 39, Devon Henry II, who made a play on special teams in the first half as well.
This game is just reminiscent of last week with how good it was. Just 2 teams fighting for every yard in this game, making it a good one today.
Sacramento has to get a stop. They cannot allow a touchdown with only 4.5 minutes to go. And if they let up a touchdown, it'd be a 2-score game.
That's exactly right, Mason, as Rodriguez hands up the middle to Cleveland Highball, but he is met as he's getting the ball. That's Jeremiah Richard, the middle linebacker, with the stuff.
I mean, this Sacramento team, they just blow up the run sometimes, and you're like, whoa, where is this consistently?
Every tackle that is made by Sacramento is just legendary. It's just a hit after hit after hit. You hear pads shattering.
You can see their intensity. They know how important this game is. 3rd and long here for Dylan Burke in this Rodriguez offense. Looking to convert. Burke drops back to pass, rolls out to his right. He's got room to run. Makes a man miss. Cuts back to the left. And he's brought down by number 11, James Clark.
Is that the first down?
And I believe that.
Is it a first down?
I believe
it is fourth down.
He's just short.
They're going to go.
4th and 1. They're going to hurry it up and go for it. Hand it to Highball.
Is he stopped?
He might be stuffed.
I don't think he got there.
Look, he's
no, ref is calling first down. He just needed an inch. Got the ball to advance. That is first down, Rodriguez.
I mean, with the hurry up and everything, that was really close to not being converted by that Rodriguez team.
So now with just and now the 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter, Rodriguez in the red zone.
I wish we could get a better look on that. I don't know if that was a first, but we'll see. Yeah,
first and 10 here. Hand off to Highball once again. Once again, nowhere to go. Flag is thrown, possibly holding.
It is.
And it is holding on the Mustangs.
This quarter has gone by pretty fast, man. It's only 2 minutes left, and I don't know about this game. It's gonna come down to this drive, I feel like.
Definitely coming down to the wire. And the holding call puts Rodriguez back 10 yards on a first down.
Oh, this is rough.
Kicking them out of the red zone.
Makes me excited for the fourth quarter coming up, see what we have in store.
Sacramento cannot allow a touchdown. They
and
cannot.
The penalties so far have been huge.
I was saying it earlier, they've been killers. The penalties, they just, when you shoot yourself in the foot, it doesn't go well.
And now you need 20 yards. First down markers at the 5-yard line. You're on the 25. Burke's got to come up with something here for his Mustang offense.
Watch the blitz.
Pointing out the blitz, drops back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Has room to run, and he's brought down from behind. Great job there. Believe that was Osby chasing him down. Still a solid gain, though, from Burke. About a 10-yard run. 2nd and 10 now for the Mustangs.
I mean, Dylan Burke's been showing off the athleticism this drive. He's had a few key scrambles, keeping his team alive here.
So far, blanket coverage from Sacramento. Burke drops back to pass. Once again, no one open. Rolls out to his left. Trying to make a play and just throws it away.
There you go. That's a smart play there. Just get rid of it.
Do not force the error. You cannot allow yourself to turn the ball over in such a key position.
As a lot of people would say, live to fight another down.
And now it is 3rd down and 10.
No, we can't.
For Rodriguez. Huge play coming up for both teams. As if Rodriguez scores a touchdown this drive, they go up by 2 possessions. And we saw on a 3rd down against Vacaville, they threw it up to Jermaine, Missouri, and scored. So Sacramento's got to look out for that here. But I don't believe Jermaine is in the game. It's just Jamar to the right, along with Samuel Hall and Trey Saez. Burke hands it off. And Highball has nowhere to go. Brought down by Henry II. And that brings up 4th down.
Their run defense has been pretty decent in the red zone.
And that's actually a loss on the play, I believe. So now Rodriguez looks like they're going to go for it on 4th and long here.
I don't know if I would go for it here. I would. You should take your points here, because then they can't kick a field goal to take the lead. It would be forcing basically Sacramento, if they would want to win, to score a touchdown.
We haven't seen Rodriguez kick a field goal all season. They're not really, they rarely kick extra points.
Biggest play of the game.
So they'll go for it here on 4th and 14. Burke drops back to pass. Rolls out to his right. Looking for someone in the end zone. He just throws it up. And a great pass deflection by Keyword to stop it from getting into Jamar, Missouri's hands. And now Sacramento will take over on a turnover on downs, down by 2.
Biggest play of the game so far.
What a key batted ball there. Absolutely using that reach just to get enough of it, causing the incompletion there.
It could have been a catch, too, if he did not make that play. But what a spectacular play by the defensive player, man. This is a great game. This is the best game I've seen all season because I missed the game last game.
And that is senior captain LaBradian Keyword, who also had the touchdown earlier, making 2 men miss. And right there, he comes up crucial on 4th down, getting the pass deflection, giving his offense some room to work with here on 1st and 10. Down by 2 points here with a minute and a half to go here in the 3rd quarter.
If I'm Sacramento, I'm running the ball. Run the clock down, take the whole rest of the quarter.
In the backfield with Radcliffe's number 8, Jamel Eddings. He gets the ball, and he's met immediately.
Defenses.
I mean, that's a great play there by the Rodriguez defense. Believe that was Moses, or that was not Moses Moore, excuse me. That was number 6, Malachi Roten with the tackle. So now 2nd down and 10 after the no gain for the Dragons.
You haven't seen many missed tackles by both of these defenses. This is great tackling, great play, not mistake-free football so far.
Yeah, and so far great play by both defenses here to start the second half. Oh, and he fumbles the ball trying to roll out. We'll see who comes up with it. They're fighting for it. Radcliffe in there with a couple of the Rodriguez players.
Looks like Rodriguez is signaling they have it.
Strip sack.
And that would set them up 1st and goal if they do end up recovering it.
I believe the ref did say Sacramento.
The ref is signaling Sacramento ball. Oh, man, what a huge missed opportunity there for Rodriguez. And we saw that on the Sacramento side, the last drive, as Jermaine Missouri fumbled it but was not able to be recovered by the defense. But now, I mean, that's a huge loss, setting up a 3rd and very long.
I mean, that ball was bouncing on the ground for a long time. I'm surprised Rodriguez didn't get on that football.
I think it's 3rd and 20 almost.
And that was great pressure. I believe that was Malachi Roten off the edge. And they're just going to run the ball here on 3rd and long with Radcliffe.
I mean, this second half has been all about defense. No scoring yet.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned shootout. I might have jinxed it in the 2nd quarter.
Another one.
Great.
Yeah.
This is great to watch. This is great football. It's smash mouth football.
Looks like that's going to take us to the end of the quarter.
I did call an announcer jinx. I apologize. I said mistake-free football this half. And the next play, guess what happens? A fumble.
And that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. So we are heading into prime time here for both these teams. Rodriguez still up 15-13. No change in the score since halftime. But Sacramento will be punting the ball away here, it looks like, to start the 4th quarter to Rodriguez. If they can score on their next possession, that's huge.
I mean, with how the defenses are playing right now, I wouldn't doubt Rodriguez would win the game if they score here on their next possession.
I mean, Sacramento had a great first drive coming out of halftime, but then just couldn't convert on 4th and goal, being stopped in the red zone.
That's going to be huge. I think they should have kicked a field goal there. They would have took the lead, and the play calling was suspicious on that final goal line. Looked like the Bears, my Chicago Bears play calling. It's very reminiscent to that. Let's see if Sacramento can fight back.
Bears.
We'll see if Kimby Drayen and this Sacramento team can hold Rodriguez here and get the ball back, as they will be punting it away here.
Well, we had stories to tell you about last week, Mace. Looks like we're going to have stories to tell Drew this week.
Yeah, this is, like you said, I mean, I was watching the game after you guys did the broadcast, and this seems very similar to the game last week.
And let's wish Drew Kirby the best. He's a little under the weather currently.
Punting the ball here for Sacramento is Damari Taylor. As long as they don't get this one blocked, it should put Rodriguez in. High snap, catches it though. Just gets it off. And Jermaine Missouri is not able to return that one as it bounces out of bounds right before the 50. About the 44-yard line, 45, give or take. So Rodriguez with decent field position to start this drive, and if they score a touchdown, they're up by 2 possessions.
I mean, yeah, it's just that missed PAT earlier in the game's coming. Looks like it might come back to haunt that Sacramento team.
Yes, if they did get that PAT and Rodriguez scores here and only kicks an extra point, it would be a 1-possession game.
Now your defense is in a tough spot, because if you're the defensive play caller, the offense has a plethora of options. They can run the ball, try and take time off the clock, or they can guess that you're going to think they're going to run the ball and just throw it.
And that's what they've done most of the second half so far. First snap of the drive, pitch to high ball, and he's got nowhere to go. Great play there by Jameezy Clark,
This
the
team
senior.
does not allow extra yards. This is a very feisty defense, very young defense. Their key players have been showing up all game today.
They're showing a lot of grit out here. I mean, you're just not going to get past them.
That's what being from Sacktown gives you, man. That 916.
And Rodriguez, a lot of plays tonight on first down that have been negative or no gain. Now set up once again, 2nd and long. This will be a 2nd and 11 and a half, it looks like. Mustangs got to have something here. Trips to the left side here for Burke.
The Missouri brothers here at the bottom.
Usually we don't see that often. Burke takes himself QB sweep to the right. Not many yards he could gain there on the outside. Taken out of bounds by Keyword.
You know, I'm interested to see what route combinations they would have had for the Missouri brothers there if they did go with the pass play. Rarely you see them on the same side of the field.
I think this is a smart decision. I don't like that Burke went out of bounds to stop the clock. But I do think you should just keep running. Just don't risk any turnover, anything. Just run the ball. Let yourself punt the ball.
Even with these big targets you have on the outside of the Missouri brothers?
Think I would not, when this close of a game and I'm only up by 2, I would not give up the opportunity to take off time in the clock.
But thinking in Jermaine Missouri's head, he's like, Coach, I want to go make that game-winning play for us.
And they will run trips to the right side. 3rd and 9 here.
A lot of confusion on the personnel.
They switch high ball, and that's Marsai Saez, one of the team captains. He's in the backfield with Burke.
They're going to run.
Burke's going to keep himself to the left side, and he has nowhere to go. I mean, that's great containment there from Jeremiah Richard and the rest of that Sacramento D-line. That brings up 4th and 12 now after the loss of 3.
The scheme by Sacramento's defense has been the most impressive game plan to me by far throughout this entire game by both teams.
The way Jace Salazar just contained there in the backfield just allowed Dylan Burke to go nowhere, causing a loss on the play again.
And Sacramento broke through that O-line quick and in a hurry.
So now that will force them to punt. 3 and out after the good field position. 3 straight run plays, excuse me, and nowhere to go on all those downs.
I'd be afraid of a blocked punt right here. They're loading up.
Rodriguez does struggle with allowing pressure on that line through punt blocks.
Trey Saez back to punt it. He just gets it off. Nice punt, but it will bounce.
Ooh.
Does bounce out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. Great punt there. A couple good punts tonight from Trey Saez.
He's had some great punts. He's
go.
had one downed on the 1, one go out of bounds inside the 5. What more could you ask from him tonight, really, on the kicking side of it?
He's done everything that he has been asked to do. He's just a team player. He plays everything that you ask him to. If you ask him to go make me dinner right now, I bet you he'd do it.
I mean, he's literally just a Swiss Army knife.
And now Sacramento, 1st and 10, but they're on their own 3-yard line. And last time we saw them with that kind of field position, they did fumble. And then Rodriguez answered and took advantage of it and scored.
This is a scary situation you're in if you're Sacramento.
This is huge.
It's now 1st and 10. Then you get to the 13 for a first down. Just over 9 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Down by 2. Sacramento's got to show something right here. And a read option with Radcliffe. Great play there by Jermaine Missouri, sniffing it out from the DB spot.
Went nowhere.
I mean,
and there's a flag down after the 2-yard gain from Radcliffe.
If that's holding, that is huge because you'd be down at your. Oh, it is.
And it is holding.
Half the distance.
Rough.
Half the distance to the goal for Sacramento.
You cannot allow a safety here. A safety essentially loses you the game.
I mean, if you're Rodriguez, I would imagine you come up with some sort of pressure or stunt here.
I would blitz the ever-living life out of anyone who is getting the ball.
And we know Jamar Missouri is really good off the edge, very fast. So he does play receiver as well, so you know he's got that kind of speed. And the Saez brothers also very subtle in their blitzes when they are called to do it. Could be interesting to see what Miles King calls here on the defensive side of things.
Marcy's up on the line right
side
now.
of the field. The right side of the field has a lot of space for these receivers to work. I think it would be a run.
So on the left hash, run up the middle with Radcliffe. He gets a nice gain.
Second down.
That's almost enough for a first down.
He's really close there. Third and short.
I believe it's second. It's supposed to be second and short.
Last play.
Yeah, our yard marker has it just one off. It is second and about 3. And a first down here for Sacramento would just be huge for their momentum.
Just to be able to get out of a situation they were in before, it would just show great improvement from how they acted earlier in the game.
They have corrected it. It's second down, 2nd and 3.
So now Radcliffe, after the handoff to Radcliffe.
What a crucial run.
Radcliffe squared?
Yeah, I mean, that's what their offense has been mainly all night, other than the 2 touchdown passes. Radcliffe squared has been getting gritty.
I'm surprised
in the run game.
Look to the passing game as much because that's their only points.
Oh, they're bringing
Rodriguez
pressure.
showing blitz. Run up the middle with Radcliffe. He finds a crease! Running up the field! And a nice 25-yard run there. Oh, my goodness.
I mean, what a way to find the hole there. He just absolutely exploded right through. I thought he was about to go and take that to the house for a second.
Rodriguez with a failed blitz. They sent their entire family there. Oh, my goodness. They sent their entire family tree.
They had Flores coming up from the safety spot and blitzing. They had the Saez brothers.
They were bringing their mom, their sister, their dad, their brotro, everyone on that play.
Everybody to the dinner table, and they got no food.
And now Sacramento High on the 6-yard line, 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle. And a big play there, and big tackle from Malachi Roten at the line of scrimmage.
Jamar Missouri still unnecessarily hitting the quarterback and the refs looking right at it and not throwing the flag.
And you can see Miles King, even though it wasn't called, he's telling Jamar Missouri he can't do that. You can see it right now.
Yeah, he's getting on him. He's like, you cannot cost us a good drive stop right here.
Yeah, I mean, that's a 15-yard penalty.
And the ref is not calling. That's unacceptable by the ref. That is unacceptable. He was looking straight at the play. You have to throw the flag. No, even if he doesn't go to the ground, you can't hit the quarterback after the play.
Miles King doesn't put up with that BS quite often.
Absolutely not.
So now 2nd and 10. Radcliffe drops back to pass, throws it deep. He's got a man. Oh, and he just misses him. Just short of the hands of Damari Taylor. He had one-on-one the outside with Jermaine Missouri.
I mean, such beautiful touch on that football, just slightly overthrew him.
If he was a few inches taller and longer,
so now, now 3rd and 9 for Sacramento after the incompletion, which could have gone to 6.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like you were saying, Mace, that few inches could have been key for him there.
And now 7 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. A big 3rd and 9 coming up here for Sacramento. LeBron James Radcliffe and his offense got to come up with something here. So that was just short of Taylor's hands. And he could have gone for 6 if he catches that, as he had no one in front of him.
We've had 2 plays this drive.
Oh, my goodness.
That I thought were going for touchdowns. That pass play right there and the run earlier on this drive.
Their passing game looks promising, and they have not thrown the ball that often. Maybe it's because they run the ball so much that Rodriguez sends the blitz nearly every play.
I mean, in the last 2 games, Radcliffe, 32 pass attempts. That's 16 per game. Does have 4 touchdown passes in the last 2 games, though.
I think Sacramento, this is 2-down territory, so I might just run it here and get a few yards to make it easier on 4th down.
So 7.5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Crucial 3rd down here for the Dragons. Radcliffe rolls out to his right, and it's incomplete. Intended for number 3, Lee Anthony Smith.
This Sacramento sideline is yelling for the penalty there.
I think it was a good no call. I think he didn't do too much on the physicality part. He got there. He had the ball. His head turned towards the ball. No penalty. Good call. Right.
And it was after the ball passed them. So that brings up 4th and 9 for Sacramento. And I think it looks like they're going to punt. Try and get one more stop. Their defense has been shutting down Rodriguez for the most part here in this second half. They do have all their timeouts as well. Punting once again is Damari Taylor, the man who almost got that touchdown. Oh, that's so close to being a Sacramento score, putting them up by at least 4 points in this fourth quarter.
Right now, though, don't allow pressure on this punt. Rodriguez, they look like they're about to send everyone.
And the ball bounces. He's going to fake it, take it himself. He's got some room to run. He's just at the yard marker.
Signal.
We'll see what the refs call. He's right at the yard marker. This is a close call for the refs.
This Sacramento sideline is going to blow up if they don't get it here.
Is this in North Carolina shades?
They're going to have to bring out the measurement, I think.
The ref's still talking it over.
Oh, my goodness. And it is a first down for Sacramento on the fake punt. Oh, my goodness. And that keeps the drive alive with 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
Is that really a fake punt, though? I mean, the ball didn't really get to the punter. He said, I'm just going to take it myself here.
I think it was a fake punt. The speed, the acceleration, the blocking was perfect. He just beat everybody to the outside. Oh, my goodness. The biggest play of the season for Sacramento.
I mean, what a way to redeem yourself if you're Damari Taylor after just missing that throw from Radcliffe.
Goodness.
You get to convert on 4th and 9, faking a punt.
I mean, the speed on that, too. He just got there so quick.
And the ball even bounced before it got to him. Great job for even securing it, let alone with the speed to get to the first down.
You saw that this Sacramento sideline was
crazy.
not happy earlier, but after that play, they were exploding with excitement.
So now
you have to capitalize.
1st and 10 here on the 46-yard line. Just under 7 minutes to go here for Sacramento. Radcliffe drops back to pass. He lobs it up deep. And it's incomplete. Intended for Keyword.
Oh, it's a penalty.
And
it should be.
And there is a flag thrown, possibly pass interference on.
Oh my goodness!
Jamani Elliott.
You have to turn your head. You cannot have your head turn towards the.
If he turns his head, he makes a play on the football.
And he also did make contact right when the ball was getting there.
Oh,
we'll see what the white hat calls.
Oh.
I don't know what's the call.
Okay.
And it is on Rodriguez. Now be an automatic first down. So another crucial mistake by Rodriguez in terms of penalties.
I think they only called it a holding. It was only 10 yards.
I don't know about that play, that call.
Well, pass interference isn't the spot of the foul in high school.
Yeah, it is 15, so but 5 extra yards.
Yeah, it would be 15 instead of 10. So it was a holding call. You are correct, Robert. But nonetheless, another first down here for Sacramento.
Got him off. Oh, he didn't call it.
And Radcliffe handoff up the middle to Radcliffe. Radcliffe squared, gets a couple nice yards there on first down.
I mean, the O-line looked like they jumped a little bit there.
It was the D-line. The D-line jumped. He jumped over the center. You cannot do that. The ref didn't see it, I guess.
Yeah, despite the penalties that have been called tonight, there's been a lot of missed calls.
Rodriguez is shooting themselves in the foot. Robert, you said it early. This might destroy their game for them if they cannot.
They got to get a stop here. 6 minutes left here in this fourth quarter. It's going to come down to the wire.
And they did pass midfield on that penalty. 6-yard gain right there. 2nd and 4 now. And a handoff up the middle. Nice power running from Jamel Eddings. That'll be another first down for Sacramento.
Penalty.
And a penalty is thrown after the play.
unnecessary roughness on the two O-linemen, 56 and 55, I believe.
I mean, you can't have that penalty there. You're driving, and this is going to back you up quite a bit now.
Yeah, it was after the play.
That is rough.
I mean, that's how you flip momentum in an instant.
I do not agree with the call, and neither does this crowd. This crowd is louder than Rodriguez's crowd right now. The momentum is completely flipped, but Rodriguez is starting to gain more momentum based off of that penalty.
And so now looks like it'll be a 15-yard penalty.
Oh, man.
Making it 2nd and very long.
That's rough. I believe it was just a bang-bang play.
After just crossing midfield, they're back behind it again.
I don't agree with the call. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was a double team over on the corner, and 55 and 56 blew the man up, and they called it unnecessary roughness.
I mean, now you got 25 yards to go instead of having a fresh set of downs.
And Rodriguez catches a break. Handoff up the middle to Radcliffe, though, and he does get decent yardage. Will make it 3rd and about 10.
Radcliffe is a beast.
He gets through that line quickly.
I mean, he's been running the ball very well tonight. As we said earlier, only had 2 carries in the last 2 games.
I mean, he's fielding quite nice for Darius Moore, who had to go out of this game with injury. He won't be back the rest of the game.
I think if you're Sacramento, you found yourself a power back, and Moore is more of a speedster. I think you have found yourself an elite backfield.
It's now 3rd and 11 here for Sacramento. Huge play. Handed off to Radcliffe, and he's stuffed. Oh, missed tackle actually by Rowan. He advances for a couple more yards.
I don't think Radcliffe has gotten tackled backwards at all tonight. I think he's fallen forward every single time he's touched the ball.
This makes it interesting. It's 4th and 2 now.
I like the play call. This is exactly what you do if you know it's 2-down territory. Do you run the ball or do you pass? This is a tough.
I believe you stick with the run. It's been working so good. They literally just got from 2nd and 25 to 4th and 2 with
in just 2 plays.
I mean, if you're Miles King, you gotta be looking for the run.
I think you gotta press.
But the thing is, when you blitzed earlier and expecting a run, they got a 25-yard carry.
This is a tough
so
play.
You're in a sticky situation here.
And a huge play with 4 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. A lot of time has gone off the clock in this drive. Sacramento trying to keep this going. 4th and 2. And a timeout called by Sacramento.
Barely. Ref was getting ready to call delay of game there. Saw the signal from his hands. He was counting down, just barely getting that timeout off with Sacramento.
Man, everybody is on their feet. Oh my goodness.
And you know, Coach Drayton, he's not happy about that. Your offense needs 4th and 2. You need to execute here.
And you need all 3 of those timeouts for the end game like this. I mean, if you stop Rodriguez, or if you get stopped by Rodriguez, excuse me, you want to use those 3 timeouts to keep the clock from running.
Absolutely.
Give time for your offense to be able to come back and win the game.
Give yourself a chance.
But the bright side of this timeout, they can draw something good up here.
That's exactly what I was going to say. And if you get this first down, you're running the clock all the way down and taking the chance on yourselves just to score at the last final seconds.
I mean, so far they've taken up about 4.5 minutes of game time, and they're just barely past midfield.
Now Rodriguez, this is huge for them. If they get the stop, it could be a nice, solid victory, but we have to see. Rodriguez has to get the stop.
I mean, they definitely caught a break there on that unnecessary roughness call, but now they really got to show up here defensively. 4th and 2.
This is where their strong suit is all season.
Rodriguez comes with the blitz. They run the ball, and they got it. What a play there from the O-line. And Cordell Radcliffe, the freshman.
Give the game ball to the O-line. Right now, it doesn't matter if they win or lose. Give the game ball to the O-line. Give them their credit. This is the best O-line we have seen throughout this season.
Holden, what was I saying earlier in the pregame?
Trenches.
It's going to come down to the trenches, and they are winning in that department right now.
Yeah, I mean, that Rodriguez D-line is just getting pushed back every play. And 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. 1st and 10, Sacramento. Oh, fumble the snap. He's going to throw it up, though. And the receiver falls down. and it's going to be called incomplete. No flag will be thrown, as they are saying the ball was out of the area.
That is unacceptable. No, that was only unreachable because of the penalty. That he cannot tackle the receiver down to the ground.
I don't know if he exactly tackled him. Maybe their feet got tangled up a little bit.
Still should be a penalty.
So that was...
It's a penalty.
They might be calling it incidental there.
And that was intended for LeAnthony Smith. Could have been a huge play for Sacramento once again. And no penalties called. 2nd and 10, though.
Huge.
Still 3 minutes to go here.
They're letting them play in the final seconds, but it's been inconsistent by the refs.
Radcliffe outside zone. Gets a few yards. Advances upfield, and another great run there.
Man. Keep running the ball. There's 3 minutes left. Whew.
I mean, Radcliffe has just been so good in this drive.
Now, at one point, Robert, do you start to use your timeouts if you're Rodriguez to try and get the ball back? Because
I believe you can give up this first down and maybe one more, and then I would be more conservative or start using those timeouts.
Well, if they get this first down, they'll be in the red zone.
I think
3rd and short here.
I'm using them after this first down.
Sacramento just looking to convert once again. Most likely, they're just going to pound the rock with... Oh, and he fumbled it! The handoff was to Eddings.
Oh, the ref is signaling 4th down.
And it was recovered by Sacramento. So 3 fumbles recovered by the offense in this game.
If I'm Rodriguez, you're in a sticky situation. Do you use your timeout?
Well, the thing is, I think
do you take the field goal?
I think they should let the clock run because just over 2 minutes to go. It will get under 2 minutes before they snap this ball. If you get the ball back and get a stop here on 4th down, you can run the clock out if you're Rodriguez.
Here we go. The ball game right here.
So Radcliffe in the shotgun. Oh, and a false start on Sacramento. Be a 5-yard penalty, make it 4th and 6 now.
The biggest play of the game. You cannot afford that penalty.
This Rodriguez crowd was getting into it there. Maybe it threw off the communication. You can't let that happen in that moment.
And what went from a short 4th and 1 where they most likely could have converted with the run play. Now 4th and 6.
Like I was saying earlier, that's the worst penalty you can get on the offense. A false start. Everybody is going to blame you if you lose this game.
Everyone is on their feet.
Radcliffe in the shotgun has 2 receivers to his right and 2 receivers to his left. And they run the ball. He's not going to get there. He's stuffed on 4th down. Rodriguez will take over.
In a key moment, this Rodriguez defense steps up and helps cause the turnover on downs.
What a play.
And number 99, Williams Palamu, who I was talking about earlier, makes the key play.
Wow.
Where they couldn't have a stop on the run game at all today. They get the biggest stop of the year for Rodriguez. Rodriguez is going crazy right now in the stands. Now hold the horses because Sacramento has 2 timeouts.
2 timeouts, correct. But, I mean, what a game for homecoming night.
Goodness.
Wow.
Seriously.
Back-to-back weeks.
So now Burke in the shotgun, most likely just going to run it here. Handoff up the middle, the high ball. He's got some space to run. 1 first down, basically seals it. And he's tackled. I don't know if he went out. He did go out of bounds, so that does stop the clock, though. Sacramento does not have to use a timeout here.
I mean, that's the best the O-line has looked for Rodriguez.
So Sacramento does still have life with 2 timeouts.
I think that was the best case scenario for them because he went out of bounds, and it's basically the same scenario as it was just a play ago.
So now 1st and 10 here for Rodriguez at the 41-yard line. Burke in the shotgun, most likely just going to run the ball here. Trips to his right side. High ball up the middle. He's got nowhere to go. Sacramento knows they're
looks like they're going to save it for the next few.
Oh, they called the timeout.
And the timeout is called by the Dragons.
They need to change the clock because that put off 20 seconds. They need to give 20 seconds back.
Looks like the referees are talking over about how much time will go back on this clock.
I was wondering why the clock wasn't stopping and why they weren't calling a timeout, but I do think they called a timeout. It just wasn't called by the refs.
So if we do some math here, Sacramento will, if they get a stop and force a punt, they'll have about 30-ish seconds, I believe.
1:40 is now on the clock.
Okay,
Oh, so they'll have a little bit. It will be a little bit more time, but Rodriguez is definitely going to want to run the clock. They have a timeout that they can use so they don't get a delay game.
I think Sacramento should have tried. They've had 2 opportunities down in at the red zone this half. I think one of them, you got to at least try 1 field goal. You would have the lead no matter what.
Well, with how their kicker looked earlier, I'm surprised they didn't.
Yeah.
In no wind. This is the best weather we've had
best conditions,
the whole season.
Yeah, best conditions you want as a kicker. But now Rodriguez, 2nd and 10 here after the no gain. Burke in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off once again to Highball. Oh, no, he drops back to pass. And he
caught it.
I believe that's complete over the middle to Trey Saez.
I mean, what?
Miles King has got some balls, I will say that. To pass the ball in that situation.
About if it went down on the ground or not.
I mean, the ball might have bounced.
If this play stands, you got to give Miles.
Catch. They're calling it a catch.
That's game right there.
Miles King, you absolute dog for going for that.
I would love to see a replay on that. But oh my gosh.
And that basically seals it as Sacramento only has 1 timeout left.
And who caught the ball? The Swiss Army knife?
The Taysom Hill of all Taysom Hills. Saez is, oh my goodness, this is an amazing game. Trey.
I mean, what a call there from Miles King to run a play action pass when you know Sacramento should be stuffing the box with all 11 guys.
That shows how much trust you have in Dylan Burke now as a quarterback.
That was not a good throw either. Trey Saez, oh my goodness, Trey, the man with the plan. He's been there all night. And what we talked about earlier.
You think that would go to a Missouri brother, Trey?
I mean, I think
he's done everything that's been asked.
Absolute dog he is.
They're calling it 3rd down. Whoa.
Yeah, so it is 3rd down.
They have a chance. I don't know about that one.
Clock is at 1:18.
Miscommunication there.
I don't think Sacramento called timeout either. And Rodriguez has time to huddle up here and waste a little bit of time off the clock.
What?
So 3rd and 1. If they get a first down here, that's game over. Just hit under the 1-minute mark. And timeout called by Rodriguez.
Good clock management by Rodriguez.
Did seem very disoriented.
So Sacramento has 1 timeout, correct?
Yes.
So if they get the stop here, you call your timeout, and then you hope on 4th down you get that turnover on downs, leave you about 40 seconds to work with, hopefully.
I think that is the
and
move.
I mean, they've had opportunities to pass down the field this game. Even when they were in prevent defense right before halftime,
they had a big play.
They had a big play as the time ran out. They just couldn't score. So Sacramento does have a chance to get down the field if they have 40 seconds to work with.
I mean, we were hyping up Trey Saez there. I thought he got the first down on that catch. Now 3rd and 1. Makes me wonder what you go to here.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of plays you call here from Miles King. I mean, he passed the ball on 2nd and 10, and he could easily pass the ball here on 3rd and 1, and you got to understand that if you're the Sacramento coach.
Miles King he's so, like, the amount of risk he takes in a game makes me a little nervous, but sometimes, most of the time, it works.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you got to do as a head coach. You know, you got to take the risks at the certain times that you know are right. And Rodriguez has Trey Saez in the backfield. They're looking for a player. They only have 10.
Make a stand.
And that's number 24, Jordan Woods, coming in as the slot receiver, or tight end, excuse me, on the left side. Burke in the shotgun, 3rd and 1. Handoff up the middle to Trey Saez. Flag called. He got the first down, but there is a flag.
Could be costly here.
Most likely could be holding.
Penalties.
And that will stop the clock as well.
Is it offside? He put his hands on his hips like it's offside.
This is a crucial call for the outcome of this game. And they're waving the flag off.
Oh,
will be a first down for Rodriguez.
Game over.
And Lauren James is just on his knee here. He was asking for a chance. Looks like he's not going to get that opportunity here tonight.
So now Rodriguez can just knee it out here on homecoming night.
Formation.
No points scored here in the second half, but Rodriguez defense stands tall.
What a game.
And a timeout is called by Sacramento using their last one.
Why not?
So 39 seconds here. Once Rodriguez knees it though right here, the game will be over. I mean, what a game for Rodriguez's homecoming night against a team that's first year in the Monticello Empire League.
I mean,
what a night.
This has got to show Rodriguez is the team to be in the Monticello Empire League.
Last week, I believe, showed that they were the team, but now, like you said, it's official. They're going to be the only undefeated team in this conference.
And barring any crazy setback for Rodriguez right now, like a fumbled snap or anything, they'll be able to knee it out and improve to 7-0.
Don't jinx them. Don't jinx them. Do not put that in the air. Do not put that in the air.
I trust Burke to knee this one out.
Yeah, I do too. But I just don't want to put that in the air. We had great camera work on the field showing the people talking.
Last week, they ruined a homecoming night. This week, they make everyone happy on homecoming night.
Yeah.
What a Cinderella.
And he does get the knee off, and that will do it for tonight's game. Rodriguez improves to 7-0, 3-0 in league play, going through the heart of this Monticello Empire League, beating Vanden, Vacaville, and now the not undefeated, no longer, Sacramento. I mean, what a game for Rodriguez. They had to go through a lot of adversity tonight to get this win. No team scored in the second half. The defense really showed up. I mean, Robert, give me your thoughts on tonight's game.
I mean, Sacramento, they played their hearts out tonight. I mean, just some key penalties, shot yourself in the foot, and it was the same with Vacaville last week, how they shot themselves in the foot. Similar result this week. I mean, even after this result, you could still hold your head high, especially after taking this tough Rodriguez team to a 2-point game.
Man, Rodriguez, they have shown that they have had so much improvement over the years. The Missouri brothers have shown out this whole year, and one of the biggest contributors to their team, Jermaine Missouri, wasn't even the biggest factor of the game. And it just shows how versatile this team is, how much grit this team has, and the future that it holds. They could possibly host 2 playoff games.
And Rodriguez next week will be at River City, another new team in this Monticello Empire League. As for Sacramento, they fall to 5-1, 2-1 in league play. They'll go on and I believe face Vacaville in a tough game. But that'll do it for us here tonight on the Solano College Sports Network as Rodriguez takes the game 15-13, holding on after halftime. I've been holding beers alongside me, Robert Murray and Mason Flores. It was a great game tonight. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks as we do not have a broadcast next week.